Hello everybody, Soap here, and today we're going to be playing something new. Today we're going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. So just for a fair warning, this game does include things that have include depression, self-harm, suicide, and anything of that sort. There's going to be major trigger warnings. So if you are easily triggered by those, or if you are easily uncomfortable with that, then I would refrain from this video. Refrain from watching it, but if you are here and you still want to watch it, then be my guest. Sorry for the lack of uploading, and I'm gonna apologize in the future because I'm gonna be going home pretty soon, and so I'm gonna be going home for about a month, which means I won't be able to record at all because I'll be back at home. I'm gonna be with family, old friends, and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and record as much as possible, but I do have finals that are coming up. So yeah, let's get it started. Alright, let's go to a new game. We'll go with Soap, because that is literally what we're going to use for the majority of my time. Alright. Okay, so I think this is Sayori. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl's Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself make it today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Soap. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Soap. No. Have you decided on the club to join yet? No. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that if I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime, and also porn. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought. Fuck, I skipped my line. Wait. Oh, I died at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Okay. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Fucking hell. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Oh, fuck. Sayori? Sayori must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. You look dumb as hell. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might seem encouragement, so I thought, No, what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, you dumb bitch. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show her interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Speaking of anime, what anime are you watching right now? For anyone that's listening, leave it in the comments below. I am currently in the middle of watching Skate Infinity. It's been a while since I've actually watched. I think it was episode 7 or episode 8, but I'm gonna get back into it once I go back home because I'm gonna have a lot of free time. But yeah, I finished watching Wonder Egg Priority, and that is a really good anime. If you guys watch it, if you haven't watched it already, but yeah. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to plan all of this out. She's kind of like a dumb blonde, but with pink hair. Or salmon-colored hair, ? Okay. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Ugh. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Oh shit. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Soap, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude is apparently named Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. She's also really fucking short. I'm laughing because I'm 5'7". You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly. Oh. She said it loud as fuck where Natsuki heard, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with those like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Soap. Monica smiles sweetly. Her skirt moves every fucking time her fucking goes up. Jesus Christ. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably one of the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Speaking of athletic, what sports do you play? Or if you ever play sports? I was a tennis player for 7 years, not competitively, but I played. And then I also played basketball. I quit my senior year of high school because I hated the coach, but yeah, that's besides the point. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Soap. We made room for you at the dinner table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious!
It's fucking never mind. Talks with the mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Dumb bitch.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. But that's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd rather much take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encouraged others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important.
Okay, hold on. I will be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. I just had to check something. Okay.
I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I could keep up with their level of enthusiasm in literature. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Me too. It's okay. Manga. I currently mutter to myself, half joking. Natsuki suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious, by the way her eyes light up, that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Some of the horror is your fucking face. Oh my god, you're so goddamn ugly.
Shit, okay. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why's that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes started over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Yuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest forms of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Don't you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but this is, I think, the Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, so not the original one. So I think this might be slightly different than the original one, although I could be wrong because I've never played the original one.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Soap?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Okay, sorry. Sometimes my headphones glitch, so I was confused if something was corrupted or something like that. So if I usually take a little bit of breaks, I apologize. So yeah. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. They all look pretty fucking pissed at me. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But, I'm sorry, I thought... So...
You all... I'm defenseless against these 3 girls. I like how they all sink, because since they're all sad, they all kind of slump. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, all the girls' eyes lit up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Soap, fuck you. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Soap, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always staying after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Yeah, okay, I think this is super fucking different than the original. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen when whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. As of right now, I really like Sayori, but I also really fucking like Natsuki. I really like Natsuki, because she's really fucking stubborn, but I kind of like that. And then with Sayori, sorry, I'm really hungry. With Sayori, I kind of just like her bubbly personality. So yeah. Okay. Entropy, pink. So I know landscape, fantasy, Missouri sunset. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. How about we save? Okay, there we go. Once we save, let's go with, I'm not sure what would be, is it color? Yeah, okay, for Sayori, okay, bet. Joy, let's go with vanilla? Okay, that's Natsuki, okay. I want to go with Sayori, but I also want to go with Natsuki. Because Natsuki seems so pissed over no reason. I want it, and then maybe, that will open her up a lot more. But, okay, maybe, heart. Okay, that's Sayori, okay. Blanket, passion, flying, party, nibble. Natsuki, okay. Twirl, play, twirl. Okay. Kawaii, Doki Doki. Natsuki. Oh, shit. Okay. I guess we are gonna go with Natsuki then. Clumsy. Fuck. Sugar. I know that's Natsuki. She likes the cupcakes. Inferno, I know is Yuri. Heaven Sense is also Yuri. Whirlwind. Sparkle. Okay. Vibrant. Bouncy. Yep. Anime. Oh yeah, that's right, because Natsuki liked manga because her head perked whenever it was mentioned. Also, off topic. How are you guys doing today? Personally, it was a pretty lazy Sunday, but I was packing up because I leave on Tuesday. I go back home on Tuesday, which I'm kind of excited about, but I'm really gonna miss kind of being at my house, I guess. So yeah. Advancement unlocked, achievement unlocked, Doki Doki Poetry Slam. Okay, how about we go Vivid? Oh, that's Yuri. Okay. Depression. That's Yuri. I know that's Yuri. Jump. Kitty. Bubbles. Yeah. Love. Oh. Flower. Bunny. Okay, so I know my majority is going to be towards Natsuki. It's going to be in favor of her. Like, I want to do Sayori next, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Valentine. Okay, so my majority was towards Natsuki.
Hi again, Soap. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Soap. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like you deserved any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I didn't know if you planned to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then we won't see the end of it. Or you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you surely have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room.
Damn. Fucking going for the jugular, I guess. Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
You know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of that one thing. It was like a few years back, and I remember hearing it, and it was like, Twilight. It was like this one guy like banging his head or something like that, or like Twilight isn't literature. And I remember that, and I remember laughing so hard at it. Anyway, that's just what it reminded me of. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Soap always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking.
I identify as a girl. Okay. Yeah, fuck it.
Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you?
Might just be a little jealous. How come? You and Soap can become good friends too.
Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me to.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori? Huh? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, because you are a dumb bitch and you have no attention span of a you have the attention span of a goldfish, so you know. Even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ugh!
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Freaky Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it unless you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. You look fucking ugly.
Why does everyone fucking call me that? What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right back into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Soap. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you
Sorry.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It reads 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
Don't just stand there.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. And she then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She bats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that.
Huh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't you say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. And later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's what really makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would even get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable.
Whatever the fuck. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? I used to draw, or I used to have my own style, but I think I adapted my style into more of an manga type of style. I would read manga. I think my first manga that I ever picked up was it's called Dictorial Grimoire. Check something first. Okay, sorry. The first manga I ever read was Dictorial Grimoire, which is about a guy who is distant relatives, the brothers Grimm, and then he meets the stories kind of come to life where it's Cinderella, but he's a male. It's a lot of the inverts, usually a lot of the princesses like Cinderella, Snow White, Little Red Riding Hood, but except they're all male and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a pretty good book when I read it. Pretty good manga. I still have it with me. I really like it. But yeah, I think that's when I started adapting my style to more of a manga type style, and even now I still really like it. But I'm trying to branch out into my own, which I'm kind of having an artist block right now. Anyway, sorry for my ranting. Oh, well, that's really cute. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Oh, her face changed.
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids.
Okay, it's not for kids. The fuck?
I can't even bring it up without being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Makes me want to fucking step on a ribcage.
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over the time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Look, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
so. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character.
Midori? No.
You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga, used to sharing her favorite why did I do it again? Favorite manga with their friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. I love being able to connect with people, honestly. I got inspired to do voice acting, but I never really met anybody that I know that does voice acting. So I guess kind of have a hard time on that front. But yeah, being able to provide that to Natsuki, very much a rare experience. A lot makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your tiny be any worse?
Sorry.
I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me, and she hastily started herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happened?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Huh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll fucking kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. Our relaxation ends. I can't believe I believed I agreed to do something so embarrassing. My name is Bellathorn. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I did the same myself. Okay, I think with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. So next time we'll share our poem. We'll share the poem I wrote and share it to one of the girls here. And yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I do apologize for my potential lack of uploading for about a month. But yeah, I hopefully might upload one more video, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, by the way, to any of my subscribers, if you would like to talk to me like outside of YouTube or whatnot, let me know. Just let me know, because I like talking to people. I like talking to people, and I like making new friends. I mean, that's just me, but yeah. So anyway, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm no way stopping you. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day, evening, or night, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye-bye!